The last question I have for the three of you is whether there's something that occurred while you were at Amherst that will be a story you tell over and over again throughout your lives.
I do. The story is actually from the same course I just discussed, jurisprudence of occupation. And Professor Hussein offered a deal to students in all of his classes, starting kind of in the middle of his semester. And the deal was that if you chose to accept, that he could ask you one question about any of the course material. If you got it right, you got an A in the class, and you didn't have to do any work the rest of the semester. But if you got it wrong, you'd get a D, but you also didn't have to show up the rest of the semester. But what his offer was a manifestation of was a very kind of deep-seated conviction in our abilities, and he, and I think it was more so due to naivete and being a little younger, but I chose to accept the deal, I think 2 weeks before our final exam. So, it really wouldn't have made all that much of a difference at that point. And he asked me a question about a minute detail from a film we had watched for the course, and I froze and worried in that instant that I was going to get a D on my transcript, and I would have to explain to my parents how I'd gambled my grade on one question. But luckily the answer popped back into my head. But I think more so than anything, that deal that he offered, I think really forced myself to evaluate, how deep of a conviction I had in my knowledge of the course, and taught me a lot about calculated risk taking. If he were to offer me that deal again today, probably wouldn't take it. But it really did teach me a lot about risk management and being able to step, if you have conviction in something, to take a step off the deep end. And I did it. It worked out. And I'm the first and only student to have ever accepted his offer. So I take special pride in that.
That's fantastic. That's a great story.